All right, good.
So for the recording, the topic is abortion. I have the what position do you think I have? I forgot what we
Um,
established.
we established that you're going to be pro-choice, and I was going to take the pro-life view.
Okay. So what's your argument for pro-life, God? And define your position before you give the argument. What do you think it
Um,
means to be pro-life?
I think it's to oppose the morality of the majority of abortions that take place in the United States.
Okay.
Um,
So what's the
on the
argument?
term?
What
The
did you say?
argument, yeah, I guess the argument is just going to be that I think moral consideration starts at conception. You can cut me off anytime like you need an argument for that or any of the premises that I start off with. I
Okay,
think
so
moral
premise one is
consideration
that moral consideration starts at the conception of the morally considered entity, correct?
of the morally considered entity. That seems like a little bit redundant, but yeah, sure.
What do you mean by redundant? How is it redundant?
It seems like it's saying the same things twice. Like the moral consideration starts at the beginning of like the moral considered entity, but to say moral considered entity just kind of
That's
like
not what I said.
reaffirms. Well, that's what I took it to be. Maybe my microphone is, or maybe my
What I
bad.
asked, yeah, it's fine. It probably is. But what I asked was, is premise one that moral consideration starts?
Starts what?
My bad. Yeah, what I said premise one is going to be is that moral consideration starts at the conception of the entity. That's not the same thing
Yeah.
as me saying moral consideration is the moral consideration of an entity.
Yeah, maybe or yeah, I said maybe my audio just cut out, but it sounds like
Okay,
what you said was.
yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
why do you think? Yeah. So what do you mean by moral consideration starts at the birth of an entity or the conception of an entity?
The conception. What do I mean by? Is there any particular terms, like terms that you're confused on?
Yeah, I'm confused on the phrase that it starts at the conception of the entity. Are you saying, are we determining whether or not we're going to morally consider that entity at its conception, or are you saying we are morally considering that entity when it comes to its conception alone?
At the moment, look, take the moment that conception starts for the entity, which is actually the beginning of this particular entity. Take that time, and the time that moral consideration is going to be granted to it is going to be identical to the time that it had conception.
Yeah, that's just a claim. I need the argument for that. I believe that we just determined whether or not we're going to morally consider an entity when it's just a conception alone. Either one, we do not care for it, or two, please mute your mic, Tricks. Either one, we do not care for it, or two, we're determining whether or not we're going to morally consider it.
I think if the sufficient criteria for moral consideration has been granted, and at the time that has been met, then that's when we're going to give more consideration. And
Wait,
I think the criteria.
repeat yourself. People are interrupting you.
Yeah, it's basically an analytic truth.
You see a recording and you see us arguing. Please stop interrupting. What did you say? I'm sorry.
That's basically just an analytic claim. I'm just saying that, okay, when the sufficient criteria for moral consideration to start for an entity has been met, then that entity has met the sufficient criteria. That's redundant. But
wait,
yeah, it has
first, I want you to lay the analytical claim on the table, and secondly, repeat the first thing.
Lay the analytical claim on the table. What does that mean?
Yeah, I want you to portray what's analytical. You said it was an analytical claim. That's what you said.
Yeah, I think it's basically analytic. I don't think it's a semantic claim to say that when the sufficient criteria for X, like the sufficient criteria for P has been met, then P is true. But what we mean by sufficient criteria?
Wait. The criteria is going to be the correspondence. So obviously, if P corresponds to reality, then the criteria has been met for it being true. So it's true by definition. That's just tautological. However, I'm asking you: are you saying one that we start to determine whether or not we're going to morally consider an entity by virtue of its conception, or are you saying as soon as we have a conception of an entity, we automatically morally consider the entity?
When you say yeah, that's tautological. Are you just acknowledging the analytic truthness?
I'm saying that if P meets the criteria for being true, then by definition it's true. Obviously, that's tautological. That's what I said.
So
Yes, that's
okay.
that's analytical. Yes, that's analytical. Yes, that's analytical.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I was saying. So basically, it's analytic truth. So I guess I can lay out.
What's analytically true, though? Wait, I'm asking what is analytically true, not the analogy, but within your actual argument and premise.
The thing that I said, and I gave like a cycle. I was like, okay,
how is it analytically true? You just gave an analogy for something that's analytically true, which I agree, obviously, but you're not correctly representing what you're trying to say.
We just agreed it was a tautology.
I agree the analogy was tautological, brother. Please keep up.
Yeah, the analogy was corresponded to the thing that I said.
And that's what I'm asking, brother. What is the argument?
What's the argument for what?
Yes,
The tautology?
I'm asking the correlation between the tautology and what you said initially. You're saying that they're both tautological. However, I was able to draw out the reason as to why the analogy was tautological, but I do not see the reason as to why the claim was tautological. So, what is the argument? And I want you to answer the question as well, because you have yet to give an answer. What is both the argument and the answer to what I said?
Yeah, so what we agreed on was tautological. I just assumed that you were just repeating what I said because I already used the p variable. I was like, okay, so the sufficient criteria for p have been met. Then that just means p
That
is
was the
true.
question,
That's
by the
what
way.
I said. And I can tell you what p is representative of in what I originally stated. I can do that for you.
I was just laying out the analogy
You
that you
want me to do it?
proposed, and I was explaining why it was tautological. However, you're saying once something meets a criteria for being true, it's true. Obviously, that's tautological. However, I'm
Yeah, so
asking
that's what
what criteria, hold on,
I-
what criteria does your claim initially reach?
the original thing that I said, and I asked you, look, I can repeat it for you. I said it in a little bit of condescending way. I said, look, I can repeat
Wait,
it for
calm
you.
down,
I
calm
said,
down, calm down, calm down,
wait,
calm down.
wait, no, I don't know why you're interrupting. I don't know.
When you speak like that, it's hard to understand you, brother.
What am I not being clear on?
I'm not saying you aren't being clear as in what you're saying. I'm saying that it's hard to keep up when you are speaking quickly. It seems like you're just trying to rush the arguments out. It's okay to take time.
Yeah, okay, I'll just like slow down my speed for you. So
Okay,
when
go
I
ahead.
say that, what I was saying is that I think when the sufficient criteria for moral consideration has been met, that's when moral consideration would start on the entity. And I asked you, look, I can just lay
Yeah,
out
I
the
agree. I
sufficient.
agree. No, I agree. However, I'm asking why does the conception meet the criteria? Because you're saying that moral consideration is birthed with the conception of an entity. I'm asking, is that the case in every scenario by virtue of your worldview? And if that follows, what is the criteria? Go ahead.
Yeah, first I'll just lay out the criteria for moral consideration. I think, well, first I'll just define the terms of moral consideration. When I say moral, I'm talking about something that's either conducive or necessary with respect towards an end goal. I think no, morals are inherently normative. Maybe this is a contentious definition of morality, but I think things that are conducive towards an end goal, I think that's what is good for the end goal, and that's the only understanding that I have good. I'm like a relatives about that, but we
Okay,
can
now
disagree about
put
that later.
those perfect, perfect. Now put
No, no, no,
those.
no,
Oh,
I'm
put
just
those
defining.
terms together to make a phrase.
Do you
I,
disagree with the term? Do you
Wait,
disagree
no,
with
that's
my
not.
term?
I'm saying put the terms together to make the phrase. Now, what does moral consideration mean? If your definition, and correct me if I'm wrong, if your definition of morality or a moral is an end goal.
Yeah, and when I say consideration, I'm just saying that morality is going to be something that is true. It's like a predicate of like the
What?
entity. Like, like
Brother,
we
what?
consider it to have, yeah, when I say consideration, I'm just saying that we consider it to have the predicate of morals.
So
That's all.
consideration is
Put
you
your
considering it to have
record
the predicate
on.
of immoral.
Tell me
Who
your
is that? Who is
favorite
that?
song.
Corn, chill. We're in the debate, chill, chill, chill.
Okay, I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
brother.
So
Lauren,
your definition,
what's
chill,
up,
bro. Oh my god,
Sensei?
bro. So when you define consideration, you're using the word consider, right?
Yeah, I use the word consider.
So your definition of consideration was for something to have the predicate of consideration of morality.
I didn't give the definition for consideration.
You just said what you take consideration to be is X, Y, and Z.
No, I didn't say that.
I'm not saying you said the X, Y, and Z part, but you said the first part. Yes, you did. It's in the recording,
Not,
but just
no,
put the terms
not
together and define the phrase. Yeah, chill.
yeah,
Just put the terms
I said when
together
I
and define the phrase properly, please.
that's what I did, and when I gave the definition for that, you got confused and you thought I was defining consideration. So I can
No, I
define it
didn't get
again for you.
confused. It's demonstrated within the recording that you were definitely defining consideration. The first definition you gave, I don't even understand what that means. What does it mean? Shut up. What does it mean for the definition of morality to be an end goal?
The recording. Yeah, sure. That's not going to help you.
That shit was not funny. I don't understand why you fake laugh. But anyways, answer the question. Don't weasel out, please.
Okay, yeah, don't interrupt me. So you can actually hear the question so you don't get confused again. You keep getting confused.
I heard the question the first time. A lack of understanding is
Oh,
not the same thing as a lack of hearing. Please keep up with what you're
so
even talking about, brother. You're
asking
just
you
saying
my
random words.
answer.
That doesn't make you rhetorically appealing. Your
Asking you,
mic isn't even
asking
working.
you.
Your
No,
mic isn't even working. You actually are
you have
trying
to,
to cut me off. You're actually trying to speak over me while I'm actually giving clarification since you don't know what you're talking about. I have to clarify what an understanding was and what a lack of hearing means. Those things are not equivalent. A lack of understanding and a lack of hearing. Now that you understand this and I have to educate you, I want you to answer the question. What did you say?
you done
And what is it?
ranting? Okay, so
Answer
I'm
the
just going to
question,
do a little bit.
please.
I'm gonna do a meta narrative. So when I gave you the answer, you were able to remember that the answer. You were able to like remember what the answer was,
Stop
but you were
stuttering,
just
please.
you were just confused. It's cold outside. I don't care. So it's you. You thought I was
Boo hoo, my
defining the
nigga.
term consideration. You thought I was defining the
Yeah,
term
womp
consideration.
womp.
No, I
womp.
did not
The
actually. Wait,
concept,
Corin, chill. Hold on.
you did.
Wait, maybe you weren't listening. So I'll hold on. I'll educate you again for like the third time. I think I actually said you define morality, and then I told you to define consideration, and then put the two terms together to make a conjunct, and then define the phrase itself. So you can't even track, which is demonstrated by what you just said. Now, what do you mean by the end goal is what morality is defined as? I said the consideration definition is something we're going to move to after, idiots.
I'm so confused. Holy shit. So I defined the term
Why do you
morality.
do shit like that, my nigga? Your voice is not cut up. Your voice is not suit for rhetorical jobs. Just stop, brother. Just give the argument and give the answer to the question.
I don't look. I don't care if Donkey Kong thinks my voice isn't equipped enough for rhetorical
That
tactics.
shit was
I
not
really
funny either, my nigga. I know single fantasy's old ass is about to laugh at that though.
I don't care if your two friends don't laugh at my joke. Oh my god.
Boo hoo. I don't care. Answer the question. Like
Friends
you're
shouldn't
not
laugh.
synth, my nigga. You're not synth. You're not Apollo. Rhetoric doesn't work for you, my nigga. Just answer the question.
I'm gonna help you out. Look,
I'm
this is gonna be
Apollo.
really.
I'm
gonna
synth.
help you out. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out, brother. You're
I'm
making yourself
Apollo.
look bad. One, you're demonstrating a lack of tracking. Foreign chill. One, you have demonstrated a lack of tracking. Two, you have demonstrated a lack of understanding of what you're even saying. You made the claim and presupposition that a lack of understanding is equivalent to a lack of hearing. You don't even know what you're talking about. Thirdly, you can't track. Once again, I have to emphasize that. Put that in your head again.
Why is this monkey rambling? So yeah, I'm just gonna help him out.
That wasn't
So
funny either. Like, just stop with the jokes to answer the question. What do you mean by moralities and end goal?
I'm gonna walk you through the dialogue process.
You just stuttered while you were getting rhetorical attack. This nigga's trying to throw out rhetorical. Well, hold on. You're trying to throw out rhetorical jabs while you're stuttering, buddy. This is just embarrassing for you. Just give the argument an answer.
You think it's that bad to stutter? Do you think it's
I
really
don't know
that
what
bad
you're
to stutter?
saying. There's people laughing.
Look. The rhetorical jabs that I've taken at you.
Look, buddy. I'm looking. Can you answer the question? I've been looking and listening for a while now. I've been looking and hold on. I've been looking and listening for a while now. I don't see anything.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you. So
Once again,
so
the
many
fake
things.
laugh does nothing. Answer the question, please.
What's the argument that it's a fake laugh? What's the argument that it's a fake laugh?
1, 2, 3. I see a tree. Answer the question. Stop trying to derail because you don't have a fucking answer, my nigga.
What were the
Stop trying to derail because you have no answer. It's sad. Don't weasel out. Answer the question. Don't weasel out. Answer the question.
Can I help you out? I need to help you out through the dialogue process.
Anyways, answer the question.
You asked me to tell you what morality was, and I already gave a definition of that. And
I'm asking, what do you mean by your definition, brother?
Then you proceeded to tell me, okay, put the phrases in together and then give me a definition of that.
I never said put the phrases together. I said combine the terms to make a phrase and define the phrase, idiots.
Okay, good job. You clarified a lot. Good job, retard.
Yes, I did clarify a lot. I just want you to be clear because you obviously aren't clear currently. But I want you to chill. I want you to explain what you mean by morality is an end goal and why we should accept that definition.
You clarified a lot, retard. So yeah, you put.
Yeah, I know. I just said that. What was the point of repeating it? The fuck? And you also said that, my nigga. Does repetition give you some type of rhetorical upskill? I don't understand.
Yeah, you said it too, bitch. Yeah.
Oh God, what the fuck? So I want you to once again clarify what you mean by your definition of morality. Then we're going to move on to the clarification of your definition of consideration after. Then I'm going to walk you through the steps and we're going to combine the two terms to make a phrase. And I want you to define the phrase, brother. So what do you mean by your definition of morality? Go ahead. Don't weasel out.
How long do I have to let you ramble out before I can get like 20 seconds in? 20 seconds, that's all I'm asking.
I only cut you off when you're unclear or you throw out unfunny jokes.
I only cut you. Okay, you're shut up, retard. So I'm just gonna tell you how the dialogue.
Why you just tried to mimic what I said? That wasn't funny or appealing. Just give the fucking answer, please. Stay on track. Stay on track. Do I have to hold your hand like a baby? Do I have to hold your hand? Are you my little son? Do I have to hold your hand?
Yes.
Please stay on track. Please stay on track. Answer the question.
You seem to have trouble because you asked me to define the phrase. I gave you the definition.
How am I having trouble, brother? I'm the one who's keeping you on track. I'm just asking you. I'm asking you to define and to clarify your phrases and terms because it clearly seems like you don't understand what you're talking about. You give me these unnormative definitions that nobody understands. So I want you to explain what you mean by morality and end goal.
Members of the phrase, and
you came in here so hostile. I know it's okay that you have to spur to actually meet me, but I want you to explain what you mean by that definition of morality. You keep on trying to cut me off and overtalk me. It's not going to work because you're a little bitch. So clarify the definition. Go ahead. I'm giving you permission to speak now.
You think I was cutting you off, retard?
You were cutting me off, retard.
I was in the middle of speaking, retard.
I don't know why you just took a long pause. That wasn't the same as what I did, but can you actually answer the question now?
Yeah, you're not infinity though, bro.
Literally, like it's not me. You can't do me shit. Like fuck.
Yeah. Oh no. The law. Look, this is what happens with animators. Realize the law of identity. I'm not infinity. Fucking retard.
I don't care
Yeah.
about the law of identity, dumbass.
I
I
don't
don't
care
agree
about
with it. I don't care about. I don't care about either
Woo!
modern logics. I don't care about modern logic's theory of the law of identity, and I don't care about Aristotle's theory of the law of identity. Traditional logic. I don't know why you
Fuck
brought that up.
Aristotle, bro.
But anyways, so I want you to go ahead and explain what you mean by your definition. Stop going off track. Please stop going off track. Keep it on track. Go ahead.
I already gave you the definition, but you are too
I didn't
autistic to
ask for the
remember it.
definition, Corn. Did you hear me ask for the definition, or did you hear me ask for
Bro, I'm gonna be
clarification?
so real.
Like, oh my God, Tensei. Did you hear me ask for the definition or
I don't
clarification?
even know what the
I,
fuck
I,
going on,
I
bro. I'm
wasn't
not
listening.
listening.
I wasn't listening.
I
to
don't know what you're
you.
saying because you're getting
You
drowned
don't
out
think,
by Tensei
sorry, you don't
whispering
think
currently.
definitions clarify things? Sorry, retard, you don't think definitions clarify things? Are you that
Sorry,
retarded?
retard. Are you turns, my nigga? What the fuck?
I'm like at least 3 times. I'm
You sound
3
like a
times.
fucking. You sound like a fucking sheep right now, my nigga. Shut up.
You compare me
Can
to
you
retard.
clarify the definition? Can you clarify the definition?
Okay, what do
Wait,
you
like
mean
I
by
have a
clarify?
question. Like, is it
Yes,
fine if I
thank
ask
you,
a
thank you.
question?
I want you. Hold on, you can ask that before. But I
Yeah,
want
I'm
you to
just
clearly.
Oh, okay.
Wait, go ahead,
All right.
go ahead,
What
Corin.
did you get confused on? What did you get confused on?
Hold on, Corin, the actual important person, is trying to
Yeah,
ask
what do you
something.
guys mean by like do definitions clarify whatever?
Oh, he asked
like,
that. Yeah, that was his question. Are you still trying to propose that question? Whatever your name is, I'm just gonna call you Japanese letter guy.
You
Japanese
can
word?
just tell me. It's
I don't
Lucario.
know what you
So,
said. You
yeah,
got fucking drowned by Corin
yeah.
whispering.
When you asked me, can you clarify this? And I gave you a definition. I think that's sufficient to clarify a lot. I
Oh
think
yeah,
oftentimes when people ask
sure. Even if I presuppose that, even if I presuppose that, why do you mimic me? That does nothing. Well, even if I presuppose that, I'm saying I don't believe you gave a definition. Please stop talking. I don't believe you gave a definition for what I'm asking you to clarify currently. So can you give the definition again, maybe?
the definition for what you're asking me to clarify, as in like you just when you say clarify, you just want me to give a definition, which is what
I
we were just
want you to
talking
make
about.
it. By clarify, I want you to explain it. What was the point of calling me a retard after asking me a question? What the fuck? Anyways, to answer your question without being cut off, you asked me a question and then you start cutting me off. What is the point? What is the point? I don't think you're over talking me. Corn, do you hear him? Corn, do you hear when I'm speaking? 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 I don't
Bro,
think
y'all both
anybody hears you.
saying
I
shit,
don't
bro.
think
So,
anybody's hearing
you
you.
know?
I don't think anybody's hearing you. Hey, Corn, do you hear him when I'm speaking?
I'm just gonna say this. I think both of y'all just need to learn to let each other speak. I'm not
Thank
gonna
you.
lie.
Okay, yeah. So let me answer your question without being cut off this time.
But I'm not saying that to
But
just one specific person.
yeah,
I'm
I
saying
know.
that to both of y'all.
I know. So what I mean by I want you to clarify, that means I want you to explain your point more deeply or more in depth. So what do you mean by morality is defined as the end goal? Go ahead.
Look, when I say morality, I'm talking about the distinction between good and bad. And when I cash out good, because I mean, the first definition, that was just really trivial. Everybody knows this distinction between good and bad. But when I say good, I'm talking about something that is conducive with respect towards an end goal. In fact, I can just rule out end goal and I can just say
Okay,
something that's
perfect.
conducive.
No, that's fine. No. You don't need to rule it out. Wait, you don't need to rule it out. That's fine. Wait, that's fine. You don't need to rule it out. That's fine. So, okay, when you say that something is morally goal, are you saying, hold on. When you say that something is morally good, chill. You don't need to rule out the end goal part. When you say that something is morally good, are you saying that it has something that benefits you as an end goal?
Corin, do you have a shot call for this thing?
That shit was not funny.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. He tried to make a joke, but that shit wasn't funny. Yeah, so just answer the question. When you say that morally is good, hold on. When you say that morally, chill, Corn, chill. When you say that something is morally good, are you saying it has some type of benefit for the end goal?
Yeah, it has a benefit relative to an end goal.
Okay, so what would be a benefit? How do we define that? What's the criteria?
Benefit is going to be something conducive.
Conducive to what?
Conducive to an end goal, retard.
Oh my! What do you think conducive means?
But what I think conducive means it's going to be I think when I define good, I just define it as something as conducive towards an end goal. When I say conducive,
asking the question was, what does conducive mean to you? That was the question.
I'm telling you. I was like mid-sentence telling you.
You were talking about what you define good as. I don't care about what you mean by good. What do you mean by conducive?
Yeah, usually when I tell people when people ask me what is conducive means, I just tell them that it's good. So I already went from this route.
So conducive means good. Perfect. So it's good towards an end goal, correct?
Yeah, no, it's kind of backwards. So this would be circular because I already defined the term good for you, and this is
Yeah,
why I was
I
prefacing.
agree with that. That's why I
Monkey,
was trying to take you
before your
step by
monkey,
step.
no,
So
no,
what do you
before
mean by
your monkey
conducive?
ass decided to interrupt me. No, before your monkey ass decided to interrupt me, I was telling you, look, I already
Why do
went
you
through it as this
feel
route.
that, bro? Like,
No,
just calm down. It's not that serious, bro.
I,
Can you just define it?
it's not that serious.
Just define
It's not
what you
that
mean by
serious.
conducive. It isn't
Interrupt me.
progressive if you
You
just
keep
it
interrupting.
isn't progressive
You
if you
keep
just start being
interrupting.
racist
You
and
have
stuff.
autism.
Well,
You have
calling him a
autism.
monkey
I
isn't
clearly don't
exactly
have
really
autism. One,
progressive, you
two,
know.
three,
So
4, 5, 6,
pretty
7. I have
racist,
6
if you ask
chromosomes
me.
plus. So I don't have
Wait, how is
autism.
it racist? Wait, how is that racist?
I was what racist?
Oh,
Because he's a nigger.
yeah.
Anyways. So can you Chuck. So what do you mean by conducive? Obviously, I was going to reduce it to circularity if that was your definition. That's why I didn't say it was your definition. I was asking if it was your definition, but apparently we can't ask questions anymore.
Well, I was trying to preface and said usually I use this definition, so I'm going to think of another one for you. I'm going to break down the concept even more for like some autist who's never heard the word conducive or good before. But
I never
apparently
said I haven't
prefaces.
heard the word. I just maybe if you didn't hear it,
No,
maybe you didn't hear the
no,
question.
it's like
Maybe you didn't hear the
it's
question. The question, hold on, the question was,
blatantly
what does it
obvious
mean
that you
to
never heard
you?
the word.
The question was, what does it mean to you? So even if I did hear it before, that doesn't mean that I heard what you're talking about, what you mean by it. So what does the question mean to you? Answer the question. Go ahead.
Okay, so when you heard the concept before, did you have a concept of it? Like when you heard the term before, did you have a concept?
Yes, perfect. I can hear the concept before, but once again, that does not
Okay,
mean
okay, perfect. Just input that concept. It's
just
not that hard, retard.
stop weaseling. Can you stop weaseling out? Just answer the question. What do you mean by good and conducive? Go ahead.
What do I mean by good? Do you need me to define good again?
What was the point of repeating it?
Did you ask me to define good and conducive?
Hold on,
I
let me
already
refresh. I'm about to refresh my Discord.
Tell me your favorite song.
Well, Lucario, you debated this retard infinity.
Wait, sorry? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not there.
I'm literally
Oh,
talking to this retard.
Well, I don't understand. Well, I'm not a VC. That does nothing for you. But what do you mean by conducive? What do you mean? Now, what does everybody else mean?
Look, I can take it as a semantic primitive, but under the fact that you have an understanding of what conducive means, whenever
The
you
words
heard the
that you
concept,
just learned from
I
watching
wasn't
T
finished.
Jump
I
debate,
wasn't
my nigga.
finished.
Can you answer the
Wait,
question?
Corin, that's enough. Wait, Corin, I need that shot caller.
I don't care
'cause
about you
need
calling out for people for help, my nigga. You don't have to cry to me. Can you just answer the
I'm calling
question?
him for help
What do you
because I have
mean?
a
What do you mean? What do you
Why
mean?
am I
That
even
everybody else?
involved?
What do you mean?
Ooh.
Answer the question. What do you mean by conducive? I don't care about you crying out to everybody else in VC because you can't answer the question. Stop using terms you don't know the meaning of.
Okay, so apparently you're not like an actual retard. You
You're
know
not
what conducive means.
like you're using filler words to think of a definition because you don't have one,
Corin,
dumbass.
Corin,
Can you give a
holy shit.
definition? Can you give a definition? Can you give a definition?
Corin,
Corin, please save me because I can't give a definition. Just give one, dumbass.
please, because I can't get 2
Just
seconds
give a
out without getting.
definition. Give a definition. Stop running away, brother. Give a definition. Lay it out.
Give a definition.
What is the definition?
Look, fine.
Hello. It's okay to search the definition. I'm fine with that. Let's just search it together. How about that? Hold on. Oxford. Conducive.
It's making how clear possible.
Lucario, are you on
Now,
PC?
conducive, perfect. Making a certain situation or outcome likely or possible. Perfect. Now, lay your definition out. Now that we have clearly defined conducive, since you couldn't do it beforehand, put it within the phrase. Define it along with the other part of the phrase. Go ahead.
I know. Oh no!
I don't
It's not
care.
like that.
I don't care for you to cut me off to say irrelevant stuff. Define the entire phrase, and then now that we have a clear definition of conducive, I want you to make it make sense. Go ahead.
Infinity. Do you think you look good when you
Oh
literally don't know?
damn! Are you calling my name out because you like
Yeah,
it or something?
Lucario, are you on PC?
Hold on, wait, chill,
No.
brother. So wait, yeah, hold on, chill. So go ahead, define the phrase. Go ahead.
Define what phrase?
Morality, and I want you to define what you mean by a clear goal of morality. Go ahead.
Look, we already went through this. Morality is going to be the distinction between good and bad. When I say good, I'm talking about something that is conducive relative to an end goal, and we already broke down this primitive concept that everybody has.
Perfect. So now that I just searched up, no, I'm going to talk over you when I want. So now that I just searched up the definition of conducive, where's the correlation between conducive? Stop crying out for them. Where's the correlation between the definition of conducive I just laid out and your phrase that you're using currently? Because seemingly that definition of conducive has nothing to do with morality. Go ahead. What? Is this nigga barking? What the fuck?
Yes, I'm
Wait,
mimicking.
Lucario, are you on PC, dude?
Thanks for asking me the kings. Thanks for asking. Go ahead.
Retard, I'm making fun of you. Holy shit. So
That
yeah,
shit was
when
not
I
funny,
say
my nigga. I understand
Wait,
that you have to keep on stealing my comment. I called you a retard. Now you keep on
Bro,
spamming.
nobody
All
stole
right.
your comment. But
You
Lucario, are
did
you on
steal my comment.
PC?
You weren't even on here before. Maybe you should have.
Bro, you say everyone steals your comment. Nobody steals your shit. But
Yes, he
Lucario, are you
just
on
stole my
PC or
comment because
not?
I called him a retard before. Apollo,
Retard,
you
shut
can go
up.
on.
Lucario, are you
Yeah,
on
you're the
PC?
retard, my nigga. You're mad because your friend's getting
I'm
beat
not.
up.
You
I'm
don't
not.
even understand how to debate properly. You
I
don't
mean,
even
you don't
understand the
even know what's
objection.
going on. You don't even know what's
Wait, how
going
is
on.
you asking the semantical
Doing.
analysis of
Just
Murad is an
doing.
objection?
Maybe you should.
Shut your bitch ass up, Apollo.
Just doing.
Fuck my BC,
Thank
nigga.
you. You have purse. Please mute him. This nigga's annoying. Okay, so go ahead. You can speak now. I'll give you
Oh,
permission.
you're actually follow.
You said what?
What are you laughing at, brother? What the fuck?
I'm
Anyways, just
laughing.
get
I'm
your.
laughing at how the dog keeps running. Like you're running from me and
How
the
am I
ball at the
running
same
when I'm
time.
asking you to define something and you're running away from defining it? So where's the correlation between the definition of conducive I just laid out and your phrase?
I was literally defining it, but you don't want me to define it because you know it makes sense, and I'm also making fun of you because you're
Really
being
so
such a
scared. Holy
Hey,
shit.
Tensei, can you mute Apollo? That wasn't me who fucking did anything to you, Apollo, but you can shut up. Hey, Tensei, mute Apollo. He's interrupting the debate.
I
So what
got
were you
you.
saying?
Actually, I'll
Yeah,
disconnect that nigga too.
okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so you tried to give the definition from, okay, first you ran away. Then when I said, let's search up the definition on Oxford, you then went to ChatGPT and read out a definition they gave you while I was already speaking and proposing the definition that Oxford gives. So just because I'm giving the definition, then you try to cut me off to give a ChatGPT made definition, that doesn't mean I'm running away. I just didn't hear your definition due to me speaking at that moment. So I gave you permission to speak. Dish out the shitty utterance you have. Go ahead.
I have 2 points to make. Is that fine for the dog?
You can address me as
Okay.
to
Okay. Thank you so much. The king is gonna let me talk. 2 points. So first, I didn't go to look. I didn't go to ChatGPT. I went to Oxford as well. It's literally right there. So I don't know what you're rambling about.
That's
Also,
surprising.
oh really? Even so, you
Oh, what
read
do you
the
mean? What do you mean is right there, by the way? Where were you talking about?
It's right there because I just presumed you had Oxford pulled up because you were referencing it, retard.
How am I a retard for asking a question for clarification? Like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, why do you do this? Like, is all you do spam the word retard? Is that rhetoric to y'all? Like, is that rhetoric to y'all in the philosophy con? Y'all just spam retard after every sentence. It's just repetition. Repetition isn't appealing. I don't think Tensei genuinely finds it appealing. I don't think Omnify finds it appealing. Apollo definitely doesn't find that appealing. Corey doesn't find that appealing. Even Power
I find
Recorder.
that appealing. I do the same shit. I call everybody a retard.
Yeah, Chuck. Yeah, so go ahead and lay out what you were saying. Go ahead.
What I was saying. What I was saying is that I think rhetorically you look
God
bad,
damn,
and
you
you
sound like a
actually.
bitch.
I think you cognitively look stupid when you have to ask, "Oh, what does good mean? Oh, what does conducive mean? Oh, what does
You're
likely
saying I
mean?"
look stupid for asking what do you mean by good in a debate about morality? Are you retarded? The answer is yes,
I
by the
think
way. So you can lay it out.
Why
Go ahead.
is this
You can finish
real?
what you were saying. Go ahead. Hello.
What are the questions you have, retard?
What's up, Snip?
So you don't even know the question I asked
Apollo.
5 times. Okay, y'all please mute this nigga, bro. Anyways, so you don't know the questions I asked 20,000 times?
Because I was in the middle of speaking when you asked the question.
No, I asked the question 20,000 times prior as well.
I was talking every single time you asked
You
me the
weren't
question.
talking.
Leaving
You
was a
weren't
debate
talking.
topic.
There's a recording. Yeah, Tensei, can you please mute him? I don't understand how he keeps getting back in it. Thank
I
you.
mean,
So you don't know the question I asked 20,000 times beforehand?
you asked multiple questions, retard.
Yeah, you said what were the questions, meaning you don't understand any of the questions or know
What was
of
the
any of the
question?
questions.
No, I didn't
So
say
you want
questions.
me? I just want you to answer the question. So you don't know of the questions I asked 20,000 times. Is that a tracking issue or
You
something?
asked multiple questions, retard. You
Yeah,
asked
but you
multiple
said
questions.
questions. That's a multiplicity that you're asking for, idiots. Questions. That's plural, dumbass.
You asked multiple questions. Which one?
You repeating
Singular.
it does nothing when I just explained why that would be irrelevant, stupid.
You're so confused. You're actually
You
really confused.
you just raised your fucking tone because you're looking back currently. Is a debate worth it? No, it's not worth it. It's just some random from the philosophy com who thinks he's good by spamming the word retard.
I'm talking to an actual kid who just like debates anime. He thinks which cartoon characters.
And debates anime, the fictional com, most of the fictional com.
Look, I'm gonna explain to you when I
So
ask
currently,
you.
you have yet to justify why your definition was normative. You have yet to explain your definition clearly. You don't even know what you're talking about currently. All you've demonstrated is a lack of tracking, a lack of understanding of what you're talking about. You have had to appeal to ChatGPT for definitions of what you're saying. You have nothing. All you're doing is making yourself look rhetorically bad, my nigga. You're not doing anything currently. It's not progressive, my nigga. Like I'm baffled currently, my nigga.
How long do I have to
Stupid
let
bitch.
you
I'm gonna throw
ramble?
a waffle at the back of your head, dumbass. Nigga, you look like Uncle Grandpa, bitch. Anyway, so go ahead.
10
Hello,
seconds.
I'm waiting.
10
Hello.
seconds.
Oh, 10 seconds is how much you need to stall for an argument. Go ahead. That's fine.
No.
They use
Well, I'm asking for
ChatGPT
10
for a
seconds
fucking
without your
definition.
autism taking over. Without your autism.
You got drowned by my autism. You got drowned by my autism. By the way, everybody, that's his third time plus that he's repeated that I've had autism. Like, how many times do you think it's going to make someone laugh? It's not going to make anybody laugh, my nigga. Just go, you bitch ass nigga.
Did it make your 4 friends laugh?
Man. Your mic is fucking muffled. Nobody knows what you're saying.
It didn't make your 4 friends laugh? That's crazy.
I don't know what
I'm
you
gonna,
just said. Your mic is muffled, brother. I
I
don't know if you're
thought you
purposely. I don't know if you're purposely muffling your mic to make you sound appealing, or I don't know, but it just sounds dumb.
Okay, do you need me to switch mic? Is it bad?
It's okay now. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So basically, I gave a definition. I gave multiple definitions, and when I told you, okay, now which question do you want me to answer? And you said, "Oh, I repeated the question millions of times. How do you not like it?" I said,
That's
"Look,
not what I said.
don't interrupt. Wolf, wolf, wolf. Calm down, buddy. Calm down.
That's
Yeah,
not what I said.
sit, boy, sit. Shush.
You just called me a
Okay,
king, and now you're calling me a dog. Make up your mind. Do you have like some type of cognitive dissonance, the same as you're supposed to be a good debater in your thought process, but your body disagrees and your verbal utterance disagree because you're currently bad?
Well, you think I
So I'll
wasn't being
say this: the question, and listen this time, so I don't have to repeat it for the 30,000 fucking millionth time, bitch. The question was, where's the correlation between the definition of conducive that I gave and the definition of morality, or what's good, I should say?
What kind of correlation is there going to be when I define the term morality
Because
to
you
be
use, yeah, perfect. You asked the question because you use the word conducive within your, because while you were explaining and defining the term or phrase, you used the word conducive. When I searched up the word conducive, seemingly it had no relation to what you were saying beforehand. So I'm asking, what do you mean and what is the relation there?
10 seconds. Without your autism, spazzing out, can I talk for 10 seconds?
What is that? I
without
think
you?
that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No,
That's the 5th time maybe that you repeated that I have autism, and it added nothing in terms of the debate. No rhetorical effect, no argumentative effect, and it doesn't demonstrate that you have a high level of knowledge.
No argument. Okay, yeah, shut up, retard. None of your friends actually found that funny. Okay,
And that's
that's
the
crazy.
10th time you called me a retard, and I'm not trying to make my friends laugh. I'm just pointing out how bad you look currently. It's embarrassing.
You think that was the 10th time? I've called you retard at least 50 times by now.
That's why I didn't say it was the 10th time.
What the fuck?
That's why it was a question. I said, what was that, the 10th time? Once again, that just demonstrates a lack of tracking on your end, but it's okay. It's okay. I understand I have to take you through step by step because you're my little kid. The fuck?
Okay,
like, you're so retarded. Like, you're worse than Giaz, my nigga. Like, this is bad. This is worse than Giaz, my nigga. Like, I'm just at the top of this shit, nigga. You're all losing to me. You suck. Is this the best that? Hold on. By the way, it's true. Now he's obviously gonna lie, but is this the best that the philosophy com has, my nigga? A nigga named kanji words. I don't even know what the fuck your name is. Lucarioanders with an anime PvP. Hating on niggas who debate fucking anime or some shit.
No, it's because you actually have big dicks and you start stroking your
I don't
dicks
even know what
you
you're saying. Can you get back to the point? Stay on track, please. Where's the correlation? I don't care. Where's the correlation between conducive and the definition of morality that you propose? Blah blah blah. Boo hoo. Ramble. Where's the correlation? But bitch, I'm gonna throw a piece of lotion at the back of your fucking throat, you dumbass nigga. Can you give the correlation?
You're never gonna be good at rhetoric like I am. You're not gonna understand how to track.
What? Whoa, Snail. Do you think this dude is appealing? Snail, do you think this dude is appealing?
This nigga's retarded.
Oh, like this dude, I'm never gonna be. Yo, even if I have shitty rhetoric, this shitty rhetoric is currently blowing your back out, my nigga. I'm embarrassing you with this shitty rhetoric. I'm embarrassing you currently. You fucking look retarded currently. And yes, I'm stealing that comment from you again.
Are you telling me your friend agrees with you?
That isn't my friend. I just met him today. You can ask him.
Oh, really? You just met him? Yeah, everyone.
Yeah,
I really
just said
don't
that.
know.
What was the point
I really don't know this, bro. I'm a random in the com, bro. I've never been this shit.
Snail popping the shits debaters. I beaten you like 20,000 times, Apollo. But you can go back on mute, 10 mute, please. Go ahead. Give your argument.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So I didn't even give an argument yet. I was defining basic terms.
Yeah, you keep on saying it's basic terms. However, basic terms is not the same thing as heavily contentious terms. When we go into a morality debate, most people don't believe good is a normative term, as in most people don't mean the definition of good is normative. So I asked you, what do you mean by good? Because obviously we're talking about morality, and then you got so mad when you had to define it because you didn't have a clear-cut definition.
Do you think it's mutually exclusive to have a normative term have normative definitions?
I don't know what you're saying when you're stuttering and stumbling over your words. So repeat it, but actually speak concisely.
Okay, I'll speak slower for the dog. So do you
I didn't
think
say speak slower. I said speak concisely. Listen up, buddy.
I will speak slower for you.
I mean,
Because
unless as long as that entails you're speaking more concisely, I'm fine with it. Go ahead. It's
do
okay.
you think
I know how to teach you how to speak properly, but that's fine.
do you think that having a term categorized as normative is mutually exclusive with the definition of the term also having normative implications?
Mm,
The fact you have to think about it
under
as
what I mean, can you stop cutting me off? Yeah, because I was gonna shut up because I was gonna model my definition off of two things. Either one, can you stop cutting me off after you ask a question? The reason why I took a long time to think about that is because I was gonna model my answer off of two different things. The first thing being, does he mean normative in a sense where I mean it, or does he mean normative in a sense where he means it? Or the third option is he referring to the generality of normative? So I'm going to answer the question and I'm going to model my answer off of what I mean by normative. Yes, there's a categorical distinction.
That's not the question. I didn't ask if there's a
That was the
categorical.
question. You asked if there was a distinction between a term specifically having a normative sense and the definition of said term having a normative sense. That's the question.
Oh, no,
Unlike you, I'm
I
able to
asked
recite what you asked because I can
no,
track.
I asked you mutually
What
exclusive.
should be an attribute of the basic level debater, but I guess you're just not
There's
at
a
that yet.
difference.
It's
Wait,
okay
you
though. You can
understand
add me. I got you with AMS, brother.
the
Shit.
categorical difference and the
Blah
mutually
blah 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 blah. Yes, there's a distinction between
you can use
the
on every
normative
term.
term and a definitional normative.
Not even terms, but every concept that we talk about in this conversation, you're
Lasorio is a beast. This nigga is ass. Like this dude only hypes up shit cans.
incredibly
I
confused
guess.
on. You're
Blah blah
wasting
blah.
my time. Look, if you want to study logic, if you want to study philosophy, and come back to me and like
Blah blah
maybe
blah
maybe
blah 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 blah. Can you answer? Okay, blah blah blah. Do you believe my answer was adequate? Do you believe my answer was adequate?
fuck no, because it didn't even relate to the concepts that I was talking about.
Perfect. Go ahead, explain why. You have the table. Go ahead, little nigga.
Oh, thank you so much. So when
No
you
problem,
say
man.
that you make it, okay, thank you so much. So yeah, when you say that you make a categorical distinction between a term having a categorization and normativity, and also the content of the term also have normative implications. When you say that there's a categorical distinction between that, that doesn't answer my question of whether it was mutually exclusive or not, because you can have categorical differences and them not be mutually exclusive. They can be compatible.
Perfect. So actually, when you first proposed the question, you asked if it was mutually exclusive, and then the second time you asked if they mean the same thing. So no, the answer is no. The answer is yes. They can be mutually exclusive, but they also can be mutually inclusive. That's fine.
Do you think that it is mutually exclusive, retard?
I already answered this, dumbass. When I say there's a categorical distinction, that means in every scenario they don't have to be in the same inclusiveness, dumbass.
No, that you're not answering this. I asked if it
I just
necessarily
answered. Okay,
was.
I'll answer one more time. The answer to your question, you asked if it is mutually exclusive, not can it be mutually exclusive. The answer I gave was no, because they're categorically shut up. They are categorically distinct. Therefore, yes, they are mutually exclusive. However, there are scenarios where they can be inclusive of each other. I've already answered this fucking question, stupid bitch.
Cool. So that now that we understand that it's not conceptually mutually
Wait, so I have
exclusive.
answered the question. So I've answered the question because I just repeated. Maybe you weren't listening, so I'll say it again. I'll say it again because you weren't listening. What I just said right there is exactly what I said. That's what I just said beforehand.
Because you know
Blah
you look
blah
retarded.
blah 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 blah. What I just said there is exactly what I said beforehand. So what is this? I think I'm going to keep on counting. I'm going to count every single mistake you make because you paid yourself out to be a good debater. So I think that's the seventh time I have to demonstrate you having a lack of tracking on this recording. You're currently getting embarrassed, my nigga. You're getting embarrassed, brother. You're getting embarrassed. This is worse than I did EOS, my nigga. Single Phoenix wanted me to debate you just for you to get embarrassed, my nigga. You lost to Single Phoenix as well. So answer the question. Do you think that? Answer the question. Don't run away this time. Do you think that answer is adequate for your question? Is that answer adequate?
Why is this dog rambling? Why is he talking to me? Like, I'm sorry.
Is that question that I just answered, is the answer to the question adequate? Go ahead.
I'm sorry. There's just moments in the conversation where you say something
Blah,
that kind
blah,
of
blah, blah, blah. Is the answer adequate? Get to the answer, bitch. Answer my question, bitch. I answered your question. Why are you so scared of answering mine? Are you scared to answer mine because you're afraid of moving on because I'm going to defeat your shitty ass syllogism? Is that the reason? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the reason? Because I'm going to defeat your shitty syllogism? Blah, 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 blah. Can you answer the question, please? Why? Stop crying. Why? Stop crying. Why? Stop crying. Answer the question.
You lost on every point, and you don't want me to acknowledge it. And we went through a whole dialogue
Yeah,
process.
one, there's no argument for that. Secondly, I don't know what you mean by points. If you mean by points and argumentative bouts, I don't believe there's a single point because all we've been doing currently is defining and clarifying stuff since you can't deliver your points concisely. I've had to take your hand and walk you through each point step by step because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You, one, have to appeal to my definition. You, two, have to appeal to Oxford. You, thirdly, have to appeal to fucking ChatGPT. And you, fourthly, have to appeal to Wikipedia because you don't know anything you're fucking talking about. You're currently schizobabbling. Can you give a clear answer to my question?
Dude, these man
Is
lying.
my answer, shut the
Schizobabbling.
fuck up, since I mute him. Can you answer my question, which is my answer adequate in response to your question? Go ahead. You chiming in for your friend Apollo doesn't make him rhetorically appealing, and it will not make him argumentatively win. So just stop.
Hey,
You're currently not looking good, little Japanese cunt dude.
Look. I understand pets.
I've
and,
been
like,
looking this entire time, but the answer to my question has been playing hide and seek because I don't fucking see it, bitch. So answer the question, nigga.
nigga said, Chat GPT, I'm dead.
Look, I know dogs have short-term memory, but do you remember?
You already called me a dog. Try something new, my nigga.
Okay, look, when this retard. Okay, well, I said retard a
Can
lot.
you call me a cat or something, my nigga? I don't mind being a furry, but when you repeatedly call me a fucking dog, it just sounds stupid.
Okay, I'll call you. What should I call you? I'll call you a little rat. Okay, you're a little mouse. Okay. Oh,
Okay,
actually,
thank
goldfish.
you.
That's a good one.
Thank
So
you.
goldfish has like really short. They have really short-term memory. So does this goldfish? And I'm glad.
Well, I
he's
guess
like,
that's just contradictory because I've been able to recite everything you said. However, you're
okay. So
hello.
do you remember when we went through a whole dialogue process explaining the difference between categorical differences and mutual exclusion and whether it has a relation to normative implication?
Oh my god. Can you answer my question before we move on to that? I already answered your question. So why is it that I answer your question, but you're so afraid to answer mine? Was my answer to your question, shut up. Was my answer to your question adequate? Yes or no, under your worldview?
The reason we went down that dialogue tree was
Can you
because
answer the question? I don't care about you making a statement or giving a long ass fucking monologue, my nigga. Just answer the question.
Was because you made a retarded critique and
Can
we went
you
down
answer
the
the
dialogue.
question? I don't care about your reason as to why you're schizobabbling. Can you just answer the question? That's not what I asked for.
Explaining why your critique was retarded, and every time
I didn't, bro. Shut the fuck up and answer the question. You can do something along the lines of,
just take turns.
Yeah, mute him. You can do something along the lines of, well, the answer to your question is no because X, Y, and Z. I don't want you to start off with the reason when I don't know the answer to the question. So, is my answer adequate? Yes or no?
I'm just going to continue what I was saying. So
and I'm just not going to let you continue if you don't answer the question before you give your elaboration that literally is connected to nothing currently.
Every time you try to make a point, it sounds retarded. And when I walked you down a dialogue tree,
like I said, if by point you mean argumentative, I haven't
you're wasting my time. You are never going to be good at philosophy. Never going to be good at logic.
I don't care to be good at philosophy. I care to get a lot of money. I don't care about that. But even if I'm not good at philosophy, you're still currently losing and getting embarrassed. You're getting embarrassed by someone who doesn't do philosophy by your own logic.
Maybe that's the case. But whoever,
maybe you'll get a bitch. Maybe you'll get money. You're still staying onto your little elaboration that's unconnected.
I'm just going to explain how this debate happened, okay? I'm going to explain
how
it happened.
About how this debate happened. This debate happened because Single Phoenix sent me a recording. Currently, that's just being contradicted. You said in a recording that you would slam me, but I don't think that's happening right now. The only one who can possibly conceive of that happening is maybe Apollo because he's a little best friend or something from the philosophy comp. So go ahead.
I'm going to explain how the debate happened. Okay. I was in a debate. And I asked your friend, look, do you have any people with like maybe 300 IQ who could possibly give you talent? Give a challenge to me.
I mean, you're like Goldra, my nigga. You asked for the challenge and you lost. So the recording's just done here. You didn't answer any question. You didn't justify your position. We're done here, but you got embarrassed. Everybody in BC